my name is Jana. I'm the forest fairy today from Finland, and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 154. Welcome or welcome back. How have you been? How was your week? Mine was hectic and a bit stressful, but here I am because I wanted to come and talk to you. Because I have some things to show you. As you can see, obvious. I can't wait to begin. So let's just dive in. You know where to find me. All the patterns will be linked in the description down below and so on. So let's talk about the sparkly lavender elephant in the room. That would be me. Feeling very, very posh and sophisticated and fancy schmancy. I feel like I'm missing a cocktail, a silver beaded purse, and maybe a feather headpiece with some big peacock feather in my hair, right? So as you can see, my beautiful test knit, which is called My Kaftan for lovely Anna, is done. The pattern is not out yet, so you will have to wait for a little moment, a little bit more. Anna said that the pattern will be released on August 14th. So get ready, get your yarn, and let's knit sparkly kaftans. So I finished mine. I'm so excited about it. my face hurts from all the smiling I've done. So this is what I'm wearing today and my first finished object. So exciting, so exciting. So I'm sitting in a different place today because I have a bit more space here, so I can actually get up and show it to you properly. I can't do a twirl, but we will do a twirl outside. My husband is at home today, and yesterday when he came home quite late and we went to the nearby forest to snap a couple of pictures, I twirled there, mosquitoes ate me, and I was afraid of ticks, but you will see some footage somewhere, a little twirl here and there. And I'll try to go out and do another twirl where is more space. This is not a large room, so I'm afraid if I do a twirl here, I will hit the tripod and my phone will go flying. So, My Kaftan, I test knitted. This is size 1. It comes in 2 sizes, size 1 and size 2, and actually it's very generous. So you should just measure your bust and then decide how much ease you want. Is size 1 fine, or do you need size 2? Because size 1 can, I think, by the measurement I was like in between. I could do either. I decided to go with a smaller because you know, definitely not too tight. And also in a bust, it's just about where this line is gonna sit. The designer in her original one had the neck a bit tighter, and I wanted this line to be under my bust, because if you have the neck tighter, this line raises up and goes above your bust, and I felt more comfortable with this line being under my bust. You understand? I don't know. I just think it looks better on me personally. So I made the cast on very loose. The stitch amount is same as in the pattern. Is just like very loose cast on. You can even like take bigger needles if you want it looser. And this was a tubular cast on. I always use straight needles. Can you? There is a jar with my old straight needles. I don't get rid of them, first of all because they are cute, and second of all because I like using them for tubular cast-ons because it's less fiddly when it's on a straight needle rather than circular. Personal preference. So this thing is knit with a strand of fluff. You can choose your own fluff. You can either do alpaca or mohair or maybe some blown yarn, whatever you prefer. I used this one. I have leftover. I have 2.5 balls left over, which means our little one will be getting same kind of kaftan, not maybe shorter version. This is Rauma Garn Alpaca Lin. I bought this from a Finnish store. This was color 1358. I had 7 balls purchased, and I have 2.5 left over. And everything is according to pattern, except the looser neckline. And then the other yarn was the sequin on a cotton. I had it right there. Now the fluff is flying everywhere. I have this much left over, which hopefully is enough for Sophia's little thing. And the sequin I ordered from Germany from the shop named Wollehalle, and it's their sequin. There is no sticker, but yeah, sequin yarn. That one I could not find in Finland, so this one I bought from Finland, and the sequin I bought from Germany. And I have a little bit of both left over. My dress is maxi length. It covers the ankle. So yeah, it was quite easy and fast knit, because this part you knit on a smaller needle, and then this part you knit on the really large needles. Pattern says 12mm, but depending on your gauge you can even go larger probably. And then test knitters have now, most of the test knitters have finished their dresses, and you can, if you go on Instagram and use hashtag My Kaftan, you will see them in all colors and different lengths. There are mini versions and midi versions and maxi. I went for maxi, and I'm wearing skin colored slip underneath, because like a slip dress. I found it at the local store. I didn't need to order it online, which was ideal. I got to try it on to see that it's nice. You probably can see a bit through it. I'm not sure, but not awfully bad. And I washed my dress, which was also optional according to designer. I wash everything, so I washed my dress. The sleeve opening is rather large, and this is beautiful and drapey. I think my stitches got even more beautiful after I washed it. Need to be careful not to pull the sequins, and yeah, I feel like a fairy princess. And it's a good thing, right, for middle-aged woman to feel like a fairy princess from time to time. I should borrow Sophia's flower crown. For my birthday, I'll wear this and the floral crown. Yeah, I'll be the forest fairy princess. I don't know. This feels so dreamy and so elegant, and I think every girl needs a dress like this. Not this dress, but the dress that makes you feel like this. I think it's important from time to time, because I didn't have a fancy wedding dress. I had a 40 euro white, just like a stretchy, just like a, I don't know, like, what is it? Pencil dress? I don't know, like very basic, yeah, basic white dress that I have worn afterwards, because our wedding was just like thrown together. We didn't plan a lot. We were on a limited budget because we just bought a house, and I didn't get that like fairy tale feeling with a fancy wedding dress. Yeah, it was like a courthouse on a Thursday afternoon. So, and I think this is here to compensate for that fairy tale feeling in my life. This is my fairy tale dress. I think every girl needs one. Yep. If you don't have one, make yourself one. Buy yourself one. Yeah. I understand this is not very practical, but it's beautiful. You can't do much in it. You just stand around because it's very delicate. But I don't go to cocktail parties, but I think I'm just gonna wear it from time to time in my garden, have coffee on my little bistro set in the garden. Maybe my husband will take me dancing or out if I wear this. he got he said I look nice yesterday when I walked out. He said like, whoa, when I walked out to take the pictures. Yeah, and that was nice. So yeah. And look, I found earrings that work really well with it. These are my recent purchase from Jyväskylä Knit Festival. These are by lovely Pirjo from Pinjo Design. Love her, love everything she does. She's also a talented knitter and designer and jewelry maker, and I have a lot of her pieces. And these were called peony earrings, and they are this like shiny acrylic that changes color depending on how light hits them. So I think they go well with this sparkle. I don't know what's happening. Is this midlife crisis that I'm getting into sparkle, and I'm in that I don't like the saying season of my life, but this is the season of my life. I'm dabbling into sparkle. I'm wearing sparkle, and sorry, I keep doing that. I don't know why, because I want to show you the skirt and I know I'm being silly, but this is just so lovely, so magical. A little bit of handmade magic in my life. And I want to thank Anna, the designer, for this lovely opportunity. Me test knitting. We had a little group of people on Instagram. We had a chat where we were sharing pictures, and I think everybody there was very excited about this. I was in the English-speaking group because she had separately the Norwegian one, and we, not a lot of people, but we had a lovely time there. Just sharing the excitement and process, and yeah, so thank you so much for letting me test knit it. I really enjoyed it, and there will be another one coming. So another one for me in a darker color, and the mini version for my mini. So yeah, that's my first fabulous finished object. And as you can see, I'm wearing a woolly dress, which means it has cooled down outside a little bit. I'm not red and sweaty anymore. It's in low 20s right now, which has been lovely. After 30 degrees summer, low 20s feel very nice. I've been wearing my knit cardigans, the summery ones, not yet the warm ones, but in the evenings, and I'm enjoying the weather. Okay, I have another finished object. You're not gonna believe. It's also a big one, big and exciting one, and it's right here. Oh, I'm sitting on it. Oops. So another delicate piece, another thing that I'm really proud of, because it was a beast. This one, it's big, but it came out very quickly. Large needles, this fluffy yarn, these dropped beautiful stitches. It was quick. This one was not quick at all because it's my crochet tablecloth that I made. Do I have the yarn? I do. I made in this linen. I still have quite much left. Probably enough for a top. I don't like knitting linen. So yeah, I've been hoarding this linen because I wanted to knit myself summer tops, but I very quickly realized that I do not like knitting with linen. I just don't like knitting with it, but I absolutely don't mind crocheting with it. I actually enjoyed crocheting with it because it's a different movement, it's a different like tension. It does not hurt your hands as badly as knitting linen because it has no give, absolutely no give. So I have always wanted a linen tablecloth because my grandmother, my Latvian grandmother, had these woven linen tablecloths always on her table, and I loved them. I loved running my fingers on them as a kid because, you know, they are very textured, and it just felt like home. And my home was missing a big linen tablecloth. I have a couple of little ones that my mama brought me. She has linen shop near where she lives, and sometimes they have sales, and then she's been bringing me these little ones, like just not a tablecloth, just like a little thing to go under your flower vase and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to make myself a big proper one, and I did. I found a pattern in an old Polish magazine from 90s that my mom's work friend gave to me. We were trying to figure out which work friend, and we figured it out with my mom. who was the work friend that gave it to me back in the 90s. And I actually I crocheted my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, a tablecloth with this pattern, but in cotton. Long time ago, probably also end of 90s, maybe early 2000s. No, I think end of 90s. And I gave it to her as a gift, and my mom claims that she has it now because my grandma passed away a long time ago. And my mom says she has the tablecloth, but I also made her a round tablecloth. So I'm not sure, is she confusing those two? Because I think she has her own, not the one like this. But okay, back to this one. So I wanted to make myself one because we have a round table. We have old round table. We got it for €4 from this village like many years ago. Somebody was just like throwing it away in the local Facebook group, and I have always wanted a round table, and I told my husband, like, can you go pick it up? It's like, it's €4. It's later we will upgrade. Well, guess what? It's fine. It's fine. It has chips, but the good thing about it is that it's extendable. When the guests come, you open it and there is a extension piece in the middle, so you can fit more people around it. And when it's just 4 of us, it's a nice little table to sit around, and it doesn't take too much space, and that's why I love it. And it's light enough that I can move it around if I need it, like myself. So for that table, I crocheted this on a 2mm hook. And I blocked it very aggressively because I think I'm not sure if it's big enough. My mom said it's fine. My husband says it's fine. I feel like I would like one with a bit more overhang. It does have an overhang, but not a lot. I'll show you video and picture when it's on the table. But it's round, it's big, and I think I measured our table wrong, or I didn't measure and remembered the measurement wrong. I thought our table is 1 meter, but turns out it's 1 meter and 10 centimeters, so the overhang was smaller than I thought. I tried it on when it was finished, but it was all wrinkly, crinkly, and I couldn't get the idea of how much overhang I will get, and it's probably fine. It's good that it doesn't hang too low because, you know, kids and animals, they wipe their hands and dog faces in everything that's hanging. So so I think it's fine. It's lovely. I'm proud of this work. Not sure how well you can see the lace, but I think it's really, really pretty. I'll insert the footage of it on the table, and appetite comes while eating. I want another one. I want another one slightly bigger. And I've been going through my magazines. And I think I have found a couple of candidates. I was almost settled on one of the patterns, and then I kept going through other magazines, and now I don't know. I have a few options, and I don't know which one to choose. But I'll show you the color of my next one. This is gonna be the color. Yeah. Because I'm not sure how long this is gonna last before somebody puts a stain on it. I will be taking it off when we are eating. But still, you know, kids, husbands, dogs. But I really, really love it. It doesn't weight a lot because the yarn was thin and delicate. It's a 4-ply Lithuanian linen, very, very thin. Okay, so that's my second and last finished object for today. No, I don't have more. because I think two big ones is enough for 1 week. Okay, but I have worked on some other things. Let's go to whips. Yeah, let's go to whips. I'll show you a few whips. I've been working on my Marta summer cardigan by Tanya. What's Tanya's surname? I'll put it on the screen. I'm so sorry, I don't remember. And I'll show you how far I've got. My favorite summer bag by Bertie and Puppet. There. I roll it down that the mohair wouldn't get caught in the zipper. I'm knitting it with mohair held double. Just lace weight mohair, 2 strands of it. I'm quite far along, but guess what? I'm gonna ripping it back a little bit. It's my own hand-dyed mohair kit to yarn silk mohair in color blazing orange that does not come out right on the screen. It's not so corally. It's more like a tangerine. That does not come out right. Maybe there. I have sleeves. I'm working on the body. I added increases here to make the edge ruffle, because when I saw this cardigan, the first version I saw was beautiful pink cardigan by lady named Pepe R. I don't remember her Instagram handle, but yeah, so I fell in love with her version, and then I checked, oh, it's Marta's summer cardigan, let's cast it on. And then I was knitting it already, and I was like, hold on, there is no ruffle. Then I went back, and it was her own modification, and I'm heavily inspired by that, and I'm making the ruffle. She had a video, she had a link to her own video on her Instagram. The video is on YouTube of how to add a ruffle into everything. Like a peplum, like a ruffle, like when you want increases. Yeah, on the body of your garment. The video was in German. My German is very rusty. I studied it at high school. I even passed the exam. I don't remember a thing, but I figured it out. Don't speak German basically anymore. But I got the idea, so if you're interested, I'll link the video down below. And then, yeah, I tried it on, and my ruffle is too low. It's giving me a bit of a tail. It's my own fault, because after I added the sleeves, I didn't try it on. I just started the ruffle. And now I think it's sitting too low, so it's making my bottom half even wider than it already is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rip this whole thing back and make the ruffle higher. I'll start it almost under the armpit, because the armpit is quite low in this cardigan. So I will lift it some good 10 centimeters, that it would start basically right under my bust instead of around my hips. It's gonna be better. I know this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to take back, but I'd rather have a perfect cardigan rather than something that I'm probably not gonna wear because it does not sit well. So no regrets. This is called experience. Experience. That's how you become a better knitter. By ripping it back and re-knitting it again. And I'm always here for improvement. So I'm gonna take it back to here and start the ruffle straight there. Yes, that it would start here, not not there. Yeah, that was not good. Learn from my mistakes. Always try it on. You know, I always think, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, that will block out the favorite saying of all knitters. Well, in some cases, it's not. But it's okay. Okay, what else I've been working on? I've been trying to pick up many different things and work on them a little bit. This is my dresser. It used to be in a kid room. When they were little, it was Bruno's baby dresser, and there was a changing table on it, and then when we changed the rooms around and redid the rooms, it had no place, so I just crammed it in my in the corner in my craft room, and it holds my yarn, and on the top it holds the bag with my whips. So yes. So I've been picking things from there and working on them, but somehow nothing was sticking. I tried to work on a couple of things, but I don't know. Almost feels like a new cast on, but we will talk about it later. I do not have a new cast on this week, but one might be coming soon. What I worked on in the last couple of days is my little fiddly Audrey in Unst by Gudrun Johnston. The bag is by Nova Melina, a Finnish maker. I think she does not do bags anymore, but I love the fabric, you know, and it has beautiful linen lining. So yeah, this one by Gudrun Johnston, Audrey in Unst, and I picked it up and I told myself very strictly, okay, now woman, you're gonna make some progress on this, because it's ridiculous. It's a teeny tiny vest, but I don't know, I had some issues working on it. I know why, because it's bottom up and I prefer top down, and if it's bottom up I just get stuck. I get stuck and unmotivated, but I have made a sizable progress on this and I'm proud of myself for it. I made myself do it. So I have front panels. Look, I have two little front panels with a beautiful lace. I really, really love this lace. It's beautiful, and check, it's mirrored. So points for that to the designer. I'm now working on the back portion, and then I will be, it's rolling. And then, yeah, once I'm done with the back, we just seam the shoulders and I will work the I-cord around it. Because I think there were several finishing options. I think I'm just gonna do I-cord. I even found some beautiful buttons, some metal buttons. 2 or 3 here. My vest is gonna be slightly cropped because I want to wear it over the dresses. Not sure how to show you. Oh my. I'm knitting it in the yarn from Saima's spinnery. I don't remember the name of it, but it's beautiful Finnish sheepwool. You can find it in some earlier episodes. I'll tell you again once I'm done. So no, sorry, this is very bad demonstration, but it will go some, I don't know, this much under my bust. I don't want it full length because I want to wear it over the dresses, and some of the dresses have a skirt starting somewhere here, so just to make sure that it doesn't make me look frumpy. Yeah, the only thing that I didn't enjoy about this pattern is that everything is written out in rows rather than length, centimeters or inches. So that added a bit of work on my behalf, because first of all, I'm my gauge is not there. It's not according to pattern, and I'm already knitting it 2 sizes smaller because of that. And truth to be told, if I get the stitch gauge, I never get the row gauge. Like, I don't know, you need to live in some fantasy world. I don't know, but I don't get row gauge. Never. Okay, maybe like 5% of the times I'm knitting something I get the row gauge. Yeah, if my stitch gauge is on point, the row gauge is never there. That's why I really appreciate it when designers also give you the length, not just rows, like knit for, I don't know, 5 centimeters or whatever, how many inches, or yeah, and then do the increases, decreases, whatever, rather than knit for, I don't know, 49 rows. This one was in rows. So I had to do a fair bit of math that my arm openings wouldn't be giant. That, yeah, I had to make less rows, and that involved some math, because there is a little drawing with length that was very appreciated, but then in the pattern it just says amount of rows you need to knit. It's okay, just more work, which is again fine, but not my favorite way of how the patterns are written. Yes, because do you meet row gauge? Are you one of those lucky knitters that gets both stitch and row gauge? I can get one. And I prefer the stitch gauge because it makes more sense, because you know, length, and we're all different height, like we're different size, we're different heights. I'm on a shorter end, so I sometimes need to make things shorter. Okay. What else I could show you? I have a lot of things sprinkled around me. I could show you one more whip that is not knit or crochet. It's my cross stitch. I picked it up again, and it was a bookmark kit by DMC with a William Morris Strawberry Thief pattern on it there. It's a bookmark. I'm not making a bookmark. I will use it for something else because it's just so pretty. I'm working on filling in the background. I'm less than half left. Less than half left, and here we are. Sorry, it's all a bit wrinkly because I just moved the fabric to the other side, and I'm enjoying it. And then I get all of this for my slow stitching, all the leftovers. I can actually already take them. It looks very messy, but they are on a card. It's just a mess. And this pile will go into my tin with embroidery floss, and I will use it for my slow stitching. Speaking of which, let's go quickly to purchases and acquisitions. Nothing knitting related, haven't bought any yarn. I want to make a phone pouch. In slow stitched phone pouch, and I already cut white base for it, and now I need to start placing my fabric scraps. But what I bought, I wanted to get these teeny tiny pins by Clover. These little pins. They are lovely. They are teeny tiny 2 centimeter pins. Because I kept stabbing myself with the long ones all the time. And that's what K3N told us, that these are lovely. And I followed her advice, and I bought them from some fabric store in Finland. I ordered them online. But to justify the shipping, because shipping is very expensive, even within Finland. Especially now, all the prices have gone up, and shipping can be easily 7, 8, sometimes 9 euros, which feels outrageous within Finland for whatever size of a package. So I had to add something else on top of these to justify the shipping, because I could not justify basically doubling the price of these. So I bought a couple of fabric pieces. Don't judge. It's for my slow stitching. I said I'm not gonna buy fabrics, but I lied. I lied to myself. You'll soon understand why. They are very small pieces. Look, mushrooms. Imagine cutting this into little bits, and there is a happy snail. Do you see a happy snail? And mushrooms. It's just a tiny piece of fabric. It's this big. That's one. Wanna see the other one? Remember, we don't judge here. Okay, do you understand why? Why I had to get this? Because chickens. Because happy chickens. I have a lot of it. Yeah, it's a long bit. So yeah, chickens. It's called Happy Hens. Where did I just read Happy Hens? Did I just read somewhere? Yeah, Happy Hens. There's the maker. Does this have a name? Did I get a end piece with the name? No, this one does not have a name. But we'll call it Happy Mushrooms. So Happy Hens and Happy Mushrooms are my acquisitions. They weren't expensive. But just to justify the shipping, right? That's the crafter's math, crafter's logic. But yeah. Happy little fabrics. Okay. So yeah, I told you about my dream crafting. I wanna make a pouch. I already started. Nothing much to show you yet. And then another one. I haven't had a new cast on in quite a while, have I? And that feels wrong. This was my latest cast on and finish. And I think it's cool enough to start. Sorry, chair is making noise. That's not me, I promise. To start working with this, because this was my splurge. I saved on food to buy this at the Jyväskylä Knit Fest. We didn't go to eat out as much as we planned to, but so I got yarn. Tukuwool Nordic Resilk, which is, it's gorgeous. What else can I tell you? It's 50% Finnish wool and 50% recycled silk. So you can imagine how lovely it feels. This is color number 4. I think they only had probably 4 colors. This was the darkest one of them. Why do I remember 3 colors? Was there one more? Did I miss one more? Has to be. Okay, but anyway, 50 grams, 135 meters. And I planned to do another weekender by Andrea Maury. Says the woman who does not enjoy knitting bottom up. And yeah, weekender is bottom up, but that's an exception. That's an exception. Oh, because yeah. Because I want one. I want one. It's my favorite home sweater, and I have misplaced one. I told you the story several episodes ago that I misplaced my weekender. I still haven't found it, and my husband told me that when you make a new one, you will find your old one. So let's make a new one. I'm planning to cast this on. I can't wait to work with this wool. It makes my heart jump and my hands tremble a little bit, but you know, sometimes, same as this white one, like this wool was love at first sight. And I knit, it's also a Finnish wool. I knit the turtle dove cardigan, remember? I love that thing. Now it's finally getting cool enough for me to wear it again. Because they have the similar buttery, velvety texture. I think that's what I love about both of these, the velvety. But I think they are different lamb breeds. I think, was this Kainuu Grey? I think this one was. And this one just says Finnish wool. Yeah, no breed. So, okay. But I can't wait. I can't wait. I feel like I forgot to show you something. Oh, my crochet top. I showed it on my Patreon, but my crochet top, the white one, is in a naughty corner because I'm struggling with the sleeves. It's been in a naughty corner for a few days because I feel like I don't have brain space. I tried 3 different types of sleeves on it. None of it was working in my opinion, and it's there in a naughty corner. I'll look at it again next week. I can't. I'm upset with it. I can't look at it. Even though it would be perfect weather for it. Maybe tomorrow morning I could give it a go. I could take a look. Oh, it's getting windy. The wind keeps throwing my big hydrangea around. It needs a heavier pot. It's in a basket, so it's not heavy enough. I should put some rocks in the bottom, probably. My family just came in. They were outside working on the greenhouse. We're slowly building it, and now the dogs were in and everybody was barking. It was loud here for a while. Okay, knit and chat. I could knit on this, but I need to count the rows, so no. Okay, let's just chat. Let's just chat quickly because I think this episode is already longer than I expected it to be. So, the week. What about the week? The week was a bit hectic and stressful. My mom went back home and kids went back to school and I went back to work. So we are trying to settle into a new routine because everything is a bit different this year. Both kids have new teachers, but it all went well. We had a bit of a mix-up with Sophia's transportation, but that got resolved, and yeah, you know, well, everything gets into places, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while, but hopefully next week is smoother. So yeah, I think I've been a little bit stressed out about everything, you know, the changes and schedules and no fun. I really enjoyed a bit of freedom in summer, and I felt very stressed this week, but now it's weekend, now it's better. I feel lighter, and we're just still enjoying summer because it is summer. Kids are back at school, but the weather is still summery. It has been raining a bit, but the temperatures are still nice and we're still doing things outside. And I caught myself one morning like trying to preserve a happy moment. I've been making a mental note of it for myself, that not to be swallowed by the routine, to catch a happy moment. I want to share my happy moment this week. Like what I'm grateful for and what feels like luxury in life, what feels special and happy. It was 6 a.m. I had porridge on the stove. We don't do oatmeal because my family likes the four grain porridge, where it's like oatmeal but with 4 different grains mixed in. So that was on the stove, and I decided to go outside. It was quiet. It was very quiet. The grass was wet, and I was in my pajamas, actually in a night dress, not in a pajamas, and I had a little bowl in my hands. The sun was shining, and I just went to the backyard and picked fresh blueberries and raspberries to have with morning porridge. And I was standing there on a wet grass in my night dress with this little bowl of berries from the backyard and thinking that this is happiness. Like, this is the moment to be in, and to save it for later when the weather is cold and iffy, and when this you know, or when life is stressful, that this is the moment to preserve. I'm almost thinking, should I be writing them down? But now I'm sharing it with you, so it will go on a record. Every year I say, oh, I want to get those, 5-year calendars when you write a line a day, and every year I don't do it. Maybe I should. Is it silly to start at middle of the year? Nah, nothing is silly. I can just do whatever I want, right? So yeah, I thought this is the moment. So if you would like to share maybe your moment from this past week, think about it. Like, did you have a happy moment? It could be anything. It could be anything that had a special little place in your heart. So if you would like to share, leave it in the comments. So I think that's it for today. I've already been blabbing longer than I planned or expected. I still need to clean the house because yesterday I didn't have time to do anything yesterday. That's why I'm also recording a day later. It's Saturday right now. It's Saturday morning, and I hope I go back into my normal schedule, recording on Fridays now when everything settles. But I just want to thank you for being here with me, for taking time out of your day to come here and listen to me talk about knitting and life and whatever else comes to my mind. Thank you for sharing your excitement about my project, about the dress and the tablecloth. And yeah, I appreciate you. This is also my happy moment once a week when I get to hide in my craft room and talk to my friends on the other side of the screen. So thank you so much for your comments and for your love and support and for everything. I'm gonna go now. Take care. Think about something nice. Do something nice for yourself. Craft. Go outside. Oh, I want a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee? Sorry if you're not allowed or you're trying to get off the coffee, but I'm gonna go and get myself a cup. But take care, and I will see you next week. Heippa! Twirl? Should I do a twirl? I'll move the... Whoop! See? I told you, I'm gonna hit the screen. You can't see me. I'll put you on the floor and do a twirl. Let's go outside to do a twirl. Heippa!